I know you're somewhere, somewhere. I'm trapped in.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Lion's Den. So today we're gonna take a bite out of Jennie and how she feels about her solo career right now. So I actually, just a heads up for everyone, I actually had started this reading and didn't realize that I did not push record. So I went through the whole reading, and then at one point of the video I thought that it had stopped recording and then continued on. So you'll probably see that pop up a little bit later, so don't be surprised or confused. It's me continuing a reading that I had thought I had already started recording. Okay, so what I did for Jennie is I actually drew some personality cards. I drew these before and I had explained them when I thought I was originally recording. Thankfully I didn't shuffle them when I put them back, so they're still all intact in the same exact position that they were before. Now I'm going to go into details about the cards that came out for her personality. And just a heads up, there's some that are kind of not necessarily the greatest, but please for all Blackpink fans and Jennie stans, don't take anything to heart. It is just a tarot reading, okay? It's nothing to really, get really hurt over. Just for the sensitive ones, okay? So the first card that came out for her personality was the Shapeshifter card in reverse. And so the Shapeshifter talks about people who are able to change their personality, of course, according to the people and situations that they're in and people who they're around. This is a card that should not be a surprise for anyone who is looking for an idol reading and they get this card. Most idols will not be very upfront with you with their selves or their true personalities. It's always going to be the idol version of themselves and then the actual version of themselves. So this card is just basically talking about she's able to be Jennie, and then I'm not sure what her real name is, so I don't know much about Blackpink, but she's able to be on stage Jennie or the artist Jennie, and then she's able to be who she actually is, and that's what this card is about. But in the negative attribute, it talks about relying too much on a type of personality or a personality that's not necessarily positive. This card actually says projecting any image that serves your personal agenda in the moment. Okay, so that's what this card is talking about, possibly using an image that she has in the negative light. Okay, so the next card that she had, which was also a negative, which is the Advocate. Okay, so she's an advocate, but more so in the negative aspect of that, which is embracing negative causes or committing to a cause for personal gain. Again, I don't know much about Jennie, so you guys can tell me what you think this is in reference to. I want y'all to leave me as much information as you want in the comments about Jennie and who she is and what she's like, because I'm really doing a tarot reading off of her personality, all off the top of my head. Okay, so the next card that comes out is also the Destroyer. But this isn't a positive aspect. This is a positive thing. This is talking about releasing what is potentially destructive and preparing for a new life. Okay, so this is talking about Jennie is able to find and see what her bad habits are, and she actively works on changing those bad habits. That's what the Destroyer is talking about. In this case, upright, it's talking about actually destroying bad habits, attempting to change them, and attempting to become a better person every day. The next card she has is the Teacher card. And the Teacher talks about her ability to communicate knowledge and experience, skill, or wisdom. Okay, so this tells me that Jennie does have a lot of things that she can teach a lot of people, or at least the people who are around her. There's some wisdom that Jennie has. There are some skills that Jennie has, and probably even advice that would actually be very useful to the people that are around her. Okay, and the last card, this is in the negative side. It's called the Heroine. In her case, the hero. It's hero and heroine, but it says escapism and false sense of heroism. So what I think for Jennie is, with the combination of all of these personality cards, is even with the personality, she may hide behind her image to protect herself. And the advocate, like more of, I'm getting sort of fake being strong when she's actually not really that strong. She may be hurting deep down on the inside. She may be hurting deep down on the inside. There may be problems that she's having, but she kind of hides behind her image and pretends that everything is okay. Now, for the first row here of tarot that I have here, I asked, how does Jennie feel about her solo activities? And basically, what I was picking up with these cards, it's kind of like this Jennie wanted to rest. Jennie was not expecting to be thrown into having a solo. She wanted to rest. She wanted to take a break. She was tired, but at the same time, I feel like she knew it was coming. She knew that she was not going to be able to rest long or just have a break. Now, the King of Wands comes, and I believe this is YG, who comes with this idea, this new business decision that he's made, that he figured this was going to be a great and a big decision to make with her going solo. So he came, and that's what he told her. You're gonna go solo. The Ace of Swords comes, and it's talking about the beginning of her solo career, and it's talking about how it is both sort of a new task, a new journey for her, but at the same time, it's something that causes a lot of trouble, anxiety for her. It's something that she didn't necessarily, I don't think she necessarily wanted to do a solo activity. She was scared, is what I think, okay? And I also don't know if anybody else was aware that she was going to get a solo activity, because the Five of Swords comes out, and it's talking about betrayal, and the Five of Swords is talking about Jennie possibly feeling like she went behind somebody's back, some of her friends' back, with this solo, or possibly maybe people turning their back against her after doing the solo. This could be members, this could be the fans, whomever. This is talking about how Jennie feels. So whether it's true or not that somebody actually, that people may have turned their back, or maybe she betrayed anyone, it really doesn't matter, because this is about how she feels the situation is. She feels like either she betrayed her members, that the solo activity could be a betrayal to them, or that some members or some people around her, or even the fans, have turned their back on her for going solo. Okay, so the second row of questions was tarot were to answer the question, how do the members feel? How do the members feel about her going solo? And so the Seven of Swords kind of talks about the same thing. And the Seven of Swords, hold on. So the Seven of Swords is here, and the Seven of Swords kind of talks about, it's in reverse, okay. Yeah, it says a plan fails, exposure, getting caught in the act, okay. So I'm not sure if her solo was supposed to be a secret. I'm not sure if the members were not supposed to know about her solo until, a certain time beforehand. But that's kind of what comes up. They either felt like it was going to not succeed, or maybe they felt, sorry, my phone's making noise, or maybe they felt like, they just probably felt like it wasn't going to succeed, or they were very anxious or worried about her going solo. So the High Priestess is also here talking about, basically, they felt like if Jennie was supposed to keep this a secret, that she was very good at keeping it a secret. They felt like she was very sly and slick about it. Like, I don't feel too much negativity from it, but it was definitely like, wow, I really didn't know. Like, I didn't know you were going to do this. I didn't know this was going to happen. And so we also have the Hierophant in reverse. I'm going to read on that. Let me just get to that card. So the Hierophant in reverse, yeah, is basically, the Hierophant kind of is just talking about wondering if she's telling the truth about not knowing. Yeah, I feel like she wasn't supposed to, like, she didn't know, or I don't know whether or not she knew, but I feel like the members were like, did you know you were going to do a solo? Was this something that was planned the whole time? And I feel kind of bad just saying that, it's the members, but the members wondering if she knew that she was going to be having a solo. Why didn't she just tell them? I'm kind of feeling like, are you telling us the truth? Like, are you sure? Like, did you know you were going to do this? And then the Ace of Wands in reverse is again kind of talking about not thinking it was the greatest business plan or business move personally, being very concerned about her going solo, worrying about it flopping, worrying about it failing, just as the Seven of Swords in reverse is talking about. It seems like the members were very concerned about this decision and very concerned about whether or not it would actually succeed. I don't see that there was a lot of faith there, to be honest. Please, guys, don't take this to heart. I am not bashing anyone. I am not, that's not the intention here. And I'm not trying to say anybody is evil, wicked, or whatever. So please don't jump to any conclusions. I'm just reading what the cards are saying. And so I'm feeling like they were very concerned about whether this solo project was going to be the greatest idea. Now I'm going to cut the video here because the second half is where I continue to read the third row that I draw. And I'll go further into detail as to why they may have thought that this wasn't going to be the greatest idea to sort of have Jennie go solo. All right. Okay, so my camera cut off, but I'm just going to restart. So basically, with asking whether or not that Jennie will YG make her go solo permanently, is YG is coming up here as the Page of Swords, which is kind of like he will make these decisions, but they're very immature, childish decisions. Like, they're good ideas, but they're made with such lack of maturity, lack of actual knowledge. I'm also seeing the Six of Cups, which is kind of like reminiscent on the past. The Three of Wands, which is talking about the Three of Wands, and also the Six of Wands. Three of Wands is talking about, boom, I see it's successful. Jennie's solo is a success. And he, followed by the Six of Wands, is kind of talking about he may kind of continue to push Jennie as a solo artist itself. It's also talking about, like, yes, there is success, but having to realize that there would not be success without Blackpink as a whole. So he may actually, he may actually sort of attempt to kind of keep pushing Jennie by herself out there a little more, and possibly neglecting the rest of Blackpink a little bit. Or it may be just one of those things where he'll keep bringing her back and then putting her back out. I don't know if the rest of the members are getting a solo. You guys let me know in the comment section below if they are. And so the last thing I wanted to do is a kind of general health reading. This video is probably a little bit long now, but I'm going to do just generally like what is going on with Jennie's health. I know somebody was asking me why she's so lazy. I don't know why I just heard, but I feel like she may have a medical condition, possibly. Maybe with the blood, I don't know. But if not, it could just be laziness. But we're going to find out. I'm going to see if she does have anything that may be health related that may be going on with her. So I just want to say, what is Jennie's health looking like right now? Is Jennie just lazy, or is Jennie sick? Okay, so her health right now, she's stressing. I feel like the Five of Swords is coming out again. And I feel like the Five of Swords is still talking about stressing, about feeling like she's betrayed, or feeling like she's the betrayer, possibly feeling like there are people around her who may have turned their backs on her, feeling like maybe she herself has done something behind their back and feels, it's just kind of one of those things, and that she's quickly, I'm actually going to read the Page of Wands in reverse, but almost like, let's see what the Page of Wands in reverse personality is like. So the Page of Wands is too much dependence on external validation, anger or frustration when facing failure. So it's like frustration going on with how either members are reacting to her, or people, or her close people around her, or even the fan base may be reacting to her solo. She feels like she's quickly getting very angry, feeling like she possibly feel like she needed to succeed quicker, or feels like she needs to quickly reunite with her members because she's very dependent on them. Okay, so right now, health-wise, it's kind of a mental thing rather than anything else. Now, does she have any... Okay, so is she lazy, or is she does she have some sort of actual condition? Right now, I'm kind of feeling like she just is not used to being out in the open by herself. So or not used to the spotlight necessarily being directly on her. But I'm going to go ahead and read and tell you guys what comes up. She has the Nine of Swords in reverse. Isolation, long time insomnia, over reliance on sleeping aids. Okay, so no, this is a condition. Okay, so this is talking about insomnia and long-term insomnia. Guys, let me know if you know she has anything like this. Okay, so this is talking about her, whether she's lazy or if she actually has some sort of medical condition. And I'm getting insomnia that's coming out. The first card talks about insomnia. And sleeping pills. Sleeping pills is important here. Okay? Let's also check on this is the Hermit, also in reverse here. So let's read the Hermit and see what comes up for that. Okay, so here's her issue. She has a lot of anxiety. She has apparently sleeping issues. She is very dependent, very codependent on others, and she also absorbs the opinions of other people really well. Negative opinions. If you are people who bash her on the internet or on Twitter and things like that, she kind of takes that to heart. It's something that she absorbs very well, and that's not a good thing. That type of negative energy has a negative effect on her health. Also, I'm seeing the Seven of Cups here, which is talking about there's so many emotions and so many types of opinions that people have about her. There's so many of them. And again, I feel like Jennie is a type of person who kind of absorbs that type of energy easily. She absorbs all of it. If it's positive, if it's negative, if it's, whatever. She may also be someone who overthinks how people feel about her. So with that, it has a very, very, very bad effect on her health. It is keeping her up. She may, like I said, suffer from insomnia, and also may be taking some sort of medication or some sort of pills that makes her very drowsy, makes her very lax, relaxes her muscles, and kind of has her very I guess the way you guys say that she performs on stage, lazy. That's possibly due to, is my card ripped? That's possibly due to some sort of medication that she may be taking. So, alright guys, actually I'm going to do one more thing for Jennie, and I'm going to pull some grace cards and some self-care cards, some oracle cards, to see how she can heal herself, because there's, it would be pointless to do the reading and not find anything that would help her to sort of try to get better. Any advice? Any at all? Is there any advice for Jennie for her health? Okay, you guys saw that fly out, right? Okay, so we have awareness and achievement that come out from the self-care card. So, self-care oracle deck. So it says patience, present moment awareness. The meaning you yearn for lives in the ever now present. We also have achievement, which says chase your dreams. You may be surprised where they lead you. I think awareness is, to me, speaks more on acknowledging and being aware of her issues of taking on a lot of negative energy, possibly her sleeping and resting issues, not being able to really go to sleep properly. I think it's also talking about that she is going to need to be very patient with herself, and learning about herself, and learning the negative traits that she may have with picking up negative energy, finding out what it is, and just finding solutions on how to kind of remedy that. Achievement, I feel like, is coming out to say that she'll do fine. She doesn't have to worry about all of these things that she's having so much anxiety about. If you have a dream, put your heart and your mind into it and go for it, and positive things will happen for her. She doesn't have to worry about that. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to pull from my grace cards. These are just how she should carry herself in public gracefully, or just how she can treat herself with grace. Any advice from the grace cards for Jennie? Oh, hold on. Any advice from grace cards for Jennie? I don't know if that's one or two cards. Is that all? Okay. Got a few cards. Okay, so we have the first card that dropped out was rest. Like I said, that she may definitely have some sleeping issues. She may definitely have some problems sleeping. It says take a mental break. A quiet mind has direct access to wisdom and insight. Okay, so she definitely needs to sleep, and she needs to sleep before she can awaken. Okay, it says keep your eyes open. When we decide to live a more conscious life, we see signs of grace everywhere. So she needs actual rest to rest both her mind and her body before she can actually see ahead of herself and awaken to see what her truth is, where she really needs to be, and actually tap into that inner wisdom that she has. And the personality deck she did get teacher, I believe. So she has a lot of actual inner wisdom that she can give, but she has to take care of herself first. Okay, we also have trust that comes out. Okay, And it says, the more we follow our intuition, the more we'll find the right doors open to assist us in fulfilling our life's purpose. Trust. So if she does feel like maybe she's being betrayed, or maybe she feels like other people are betraying her, she needs to just relax and trust in her friendships, trust in the people around her, but more importantly, trust herself and trust her own intuition. Beauty. Surround yourself with simple pleasures. Beauty is the language of the divine. Okay? She needs to take care of herself in a sense of just pamper, or she needs to pamper herself more. Okay? You know, like in the doo-doo-doo video where she had all them shopping bags, she needs to pamper herself more. Take care of herself more. She also needs to believe. Okay, it says when we marry intention with action, a miracle happens. And I think believe is coming out to talk about her actively attempting to change what is going on with her and the habits that she has. And if she keeps her own faith within herself, she will be able to change anything that she feels like is negative about her. Choice. For every action, there's a reaction. Choose wisely. So I think this is also talking about that she needs to be very careful also of the decisions that she makes. But what is interesting to me is that she can't make decisions until she takes care of herself. She can't make proper decisions until she rests so she can awaken. Okay? But that's all I have for you guys today. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do a reading on anything else, guys. Until next time, bye-bye. Oh, also, make sure that you like and comment and subscribe. And if you want to purchase a reading by me, the link will be in the description. Okay? Bye-bye, guys.